You study every day. You are serious about improving. But sometimes you wonder. You have seen people who speak English so naturally, and they got there faster than you expected. Is there a smarter way? A better path you have not found yet? There is. And most people never discover it. The difference is not how much you study. It is how you study. Welcome back to Gentle Wisdom, where you learn English while becoming a better version of yourself. One story, one step at a time. Today we break one belief that quietly holds millions of learners back. By the end, you will know how to study in a way that actually works. Backed by research. Simple enough to start today. Let's begin. Lesson 1: The Illusion of More. Most people believe learning is simple. The more hours you put in, the better you get. It feels true. It feels fair. Work harder, improve faster. But here's what most people miss. Effort and results are not the same thing. You can study English for 3 hours and remember almost nothing. Or you can study for 30 focused minutes and remember it for weeks. The difference is not the time. The difference is the method. Think about your own experience. Have you ever read the same page again and again and still forgotten it by morning? Your eyes moved. The hours passed. You worked hard. But nothing stayed. That is the illusion of hard work. It feels productive. But feeling busy is not the same as making progress. Scott Young, the author of Ultralearning, studied people who learned difficult skills in record time. They did not work longer than everyone else. They worked smarter. It is not about studying more. It is about studying right. So why do we keep believing that more hours is the answer? Because effort feels safe. It feels like we are doing something. But effort pointed in the wrong direction just leaves us tired. Remember this. If your studying feels exhausting but empty, the problem is not you. It is the method. And methods can change. Lesson 2: Input you can actually understand. So what does studying right actually look like? Let's start with the most important idea in language learning. It is called comprehensible input. This means language you can mostly understand. Not too easy, not too hard. Just right. You learn a language best by taking in language you can mostly understand. Research in language learning suggests something powerful. Learners grow fastest when they understand around 90% of what they hear or read. Not 50%. Not 100%. Around 90%. Why does this matter so much? Think about it. If you listen to English that is far too difficult, your brain cannot connect the sounds to meaning. The words just wash over you. You may feel like you are studying, but very little is going in. This is the quiet mistake so many learners make. They listen to news, movies, or podcasts that are far above their level. They feel they are challenging themselves, but their brain is simply overwhelmed, and they wonder why nothing sticks. Think of it like a staircase. You can only climb one step at a time. If the next step is too high, you cannot reach it. But if it is just slightly above where you stand, you can step up easily. Comprehensible input is that next small step. Just high enough to grow, low enough to reach. Here is what works. Choose English you can almost understand, where you catch most of the words and guess the rest from context. That is the sweet spot where real learning happens. And this is exactly why slow, clear stories like this one are so useful. You understand most of it. You stretch a little, and your brain quietly absorbs the rest. The right input is not always harder. It is smarter. Start here. Find English at your level. Listen to things you can mostly follow. Every day a little. Not sure where to start? Here is a simple rule. If you understand most words but not all, that is your level. Look for content that shows the level clearly. Channels like this one mark every video with B1, B1, B2 or B2 in the title. Or try slow news in English, simple podcasts or children's audiobooks. Start where you understand most, then slowly move up. Lesson 3: Speaking is a muscle. Now here's something most learners never realize. Speaking English is not only about knowledge. It is muscle memory. Muscle memory means your body learns a movement through practice, not through thinking. Through doing. Think about it. When you speak English, you use your mouth, your tongue, your lips in ways your first language never asked of you. English has sounds that may not exist in your language. And those sounds need new muscles. It works just like sports or music. A pianist does not learn a song only by reading about it. They train their fingers again and again until the movement becomes natural. Your mouth learns English the same way. This is why you can know a word perfectly and still struggle to say it. Your brain knows it, but your mouth has never practiced it. Think about the sound at the start of the word think. For many learners, this sound does not exist in their language. The first time they try it, it feels strange. The tongue does not know where to go. But after a week of practice, it starts to feel natural. That is not knowledge. That is muscle memory, forming a new movement. So how do you train those muscles? With a simple, powerful method called shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a short piece of English and repeating it out loud almost at the same time. You copy the sound, the rhythm, the music of the language. Research suggests that shadowing improves both pronunciation and listening at the same time. It was first used to help language learners hear and produce sounds more naturally. And the best part? You can do it alone. In 15 minutes a day. And today, technology makes it even easier. You can record yourself on your phone. Compare your voice to the original. Notice the small differences. Adjust. Try again. James Clear writes in Atomic Habits that small actions repeated daily become powerful over time. Pronunciation works exactly the same way. 5 minutes of shadowing today will not transform you. But 5 minutes every day for months will. It is not about studying more. It is about studying right. Here is what works. Listen to one short sentence. Say it out loud. Record it. Compare. That is one repetition. Like a muscle, your mouth grows stronger with each one. Try this tonight. Open YouTube and find a short clip. 30 seconds is enough. Listen once. Then say it out loud and record yourself on your phone. Play both back, notice the difference, and try again. That is one session. That is all you need to start. Think about 2 learners starting today. Kira works incredibly hard, with hours of difficult news, fast movies, and pages of grammar notes. Danny works smarter, just 20 minutes a day, but always the right way. 1 year later, here's what happens. Kira studied English every single day. Hours of difficult news and fast movies. Pages of grammar rules. By every visible measure, Kira worked hard. But Kira rarely understood what she listened to. She never trained her mouth to speak. And so, a year later, she still freezes when someone speaks to her. All that effort. But the gap never closed. Quietly, she wonders if she is simply not talented enough. Now imagine Danny 1 year from now. Danny studied less. Just 20 minutes a day. But Danny listened to English she could actually understand. Danny shadowed short sentences out loud, recorded them, and compared. Small steps. Every day. And now when someone speaks to Danny in English, Danny answers. Not perfectly, but naturally. The language lives in her ears and in her mouth. Same language. Same 1 year. Different methods. Completely different outcomes. 1 year from now, which version of you will exist? It is not about studying more. It is about studying right. You do not need more hours. You need a better method repeated with care. So imagine the learner you want to become. Someone who understands what they hear. Someone who speaks without fear. Hold that image in your mind. Then do one small thing today to become that person. The right input makes you understand. The right practice makes you speak. The right habit makes you fluent. Every time you choose English you can understand, you are building that learner. Every time you say a sentence out loud, you are building that learner. Every time you train your mouth like a muscle, you are building that learner. One action at a time. Not just a harder working one. A wiser one. Someone who knows how to learn. For life. You are becoming. A new way to learn begins today. Not harder. Smarter. The science is clear. The method is simple. Listen to English you understand. Say it out loud. Record it. Compare. A little every day. You do not have to change everything at once. You only have to change one thing. Make your next study session smarter than your last. That small step repeated daily is how real learners are quietly made. You already have everything you need to begin. Every small step from today is already shaping the learner you are becoming. If you enjoyed today's story, please like and subscribe. A new story arrives every day. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments too. Every choice shapes your life. Small habits, big results. And keep becoming. Study Corner, today's English notes. Welcome to the Study Corner. Let's review 3 useful words from today's story. Let's start with the words. The first word is effort. In the story, we heard effort and results are not the same thing. Effort means the energy and work you put into something. For example, hard effort is good, but the right method matters more. The next word is comprehensible. In the story, we heard, it is called comprehensible input. Comprehensible means able to be understood. For example, choose comprehensible English. Not too easy, not too hard. The third word is absorb. In the story, we heard, your brain quietly absorbs the rest. To absorb means to take something in slowly and naturally, like a sponge takes in water. For example, when you relax, you absorb new English more easily. What was the most useful thing you learned today? Or is there anything you want to know more about? Share your thoughts in the comments. Small steps. Every day. You are doing well. See you tomorrow.